Good afternoon again. Ralph E. Hartman here, write-in candidate for Congress. Like I've said before, one of the main reasons for this candidacy and for these video messages is to be warning the people on behalf of various matters, warning the various threats that I've heard against our nation and people, all kinds of various subjects. And I just experienced another example a few minutes ago. I was on a telephone calling J.C. Penney store. I recently got a credit card to the store, and a man angrily interrupted me from traffic. He said, against having credit in this nation, that I was, he said, that in the Marine Corps accusation again. And then they also like to say in the Marine Corps. They have an origin that includes on the plains in Nebraska, maybe in northeastern Colorado, and then he also angrily said, "You're in the Marines' car." Also, Now, obviously, I'm not in a car, but what they are very intransigent variety of gays, and I don't know who they are, except as I've mentioned in various reports before. In other words, the offender that I just heard interfering at me is from an operation and from a former family, but I don't know exactly who. So anyway, again, a man alleging being a Marine is identifying himself as being against the United States and against me having credit in this nation, portraying me as though I'm somewhere else right now, and that and then also against there being bus service, that he has it as though I'm sitting in a Marine's car. But obviously this isn't a car. And then when I said the accusers are really very bad and from an operation that even interferes in my throat, one of them said in a car again. But I'm not in a car, and then they just argue it in my throat again. And what they're really about again, I know it's very irritating, but it couldn't be any more irritating to anyone else but myself. It couldn't be more irritating to anyone than it is to myself, that they're from the old 1981 Orlando Stain accusation again. And, they really somehow really strangely link the accusation to moon manipulation also. It's very precise and obvious, and they don't want people to be noticing it, but it is something that they very egotistically started a lot of years ago. So anyway, I just thought I'd mention it. So another aspect of the corruption that I hear that alleges being Marines, well, I'm sure that there are others that are good and loyal, is that they interfered this time to make sure that I'd be late making a credit payment. I don't know what happened to the statement I received in the mail, but it was my fault that I lost it. But something happened, so I couldn't get into the online. And then even those days after the storm, the local store in the mall is closed. So anyway, that isn't any big deal to be worried about. But the interference and the subject matter of the interference is something to worry about. That there are persons allegedly being in the Marine Corps who are actually against this nation and don't want me to have any credit, etc. So anyway, I hope everyone's safe instead. Have a good day.